do you think that it takes more faith or greater faith to believe in a divine creation of the universe than it does to believe in the Big Bang, evolution, and what they call the wonders of the universe? Because
I'd slightly reframe your question in the following sense. I think the evidence that we have for the Big Bang is actually evidence for a creation event. And so, in some ways, there's no tension there. In fact, it's the opposite. But so to reframe your question, I'd say, does it take more faith to believe in a divine creation, in theism, or materialism? And I would say that the evidence for materialism as a worldview, as a comprehensive explanation for what we see around us, is very weak, contrary to the kind of default way of thinking of many people in the culture. And that scientific materialism, or scientific atheism, as it's sometimes referred to, is having to increasingly invoke very exotic type of explanations in order to account for things that are much more simply explained by the idea of a single transcendent intelligence who is active in the creation. So we have the multiverse hypothesis, we have the simulation hypothesis, we have the idea of a space alien designer. All of these things have now been proposed by prominent scientific atheists to account for some of the evidence that I talk about in my latest book, Return of the God Hypothesis, that the universe, number one, had a beginning, which is what the Big Bang Theory establishes. Number two, that the universe has been fine-tuned for life since the beginning in a way that defies all odds. And thirdly, that life is not the simple homogeneous globule of plasm that the late 19th century biologists thought in Darwin's time, but rather it's an intricate and highly complex, almost a factory in the way it functions. It's a system that it contains intricate nanomachines and digital code, suggesting the need for a master programmer for life. So I think the theistic understanding of origins is much superior to that of the materialistic one. And in that sense, belief in God requires much less faith than belief in the proposition that matter and energy are sufficient to explain everything we see around us.